Over the past year or so, we've seen a lot of states' legislatures get involved and pass laws regarding students' ability to use cell phones during the school day. And the ball is moving forward from just a lot of talk to action, like we really mean this. And we're gonna see how it works. We're gonna see how it works because I can remember numerous cell phone rules of just starts and stops, and a lot of it stemmed from the fact that administration, they just didn't have the guts to see it through to the end. Now could be better now that the state's legislatures have become involved, and now that they're actually passing laws, possibly taking some of the heat off of the administration and just giving them the out that, hey, it's the law. What do you want me to do? Check this out though, because it all comes down to enforcement. You can have any law on the book, but it still comes down to enforcement. And that's why I think that there's a bit of a downside to having this come from these lawmakers. Check out this post from Shag 377, and the circus has started. I just got an email from our district office about the new law hitting the books January 1st, 2026. First of all, we're in the summer. Can we just chill on the emails? Can we just chill on the emails? Now I know that believe it or not, there's two sides to this. There are I think a majority of teachers, they don't want to hear from the school. They're on summer vacation, leave us alone. But then there are those teachers out there, they want to know exactly what's happening that first week back. They want that information as soon as possible. More power to them. But I think this is early. We're still, yeah, it's too early to be sending teachers emails. So, anyways, law hitting the book January 1st, 2026. Basically, phones are explicitly banned K through 8 during school hours. The district is expanding to 12th as well. So they're using, this is smart. You're using the cover of this law, these legislatures. They've said that this is what it's going to be. Why not just go ahead and expand it to 12th? Great, because K through 8, they're going to be used to it. So why not? It just makes sense that way. Lots of rhetoric about say and follow through on this new policy. That's what it's all about. And as I am wont to do, I wonder how onerous this is going to be on us, the faculty, before admin steps in. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So we'll see what that looks like. Does administration have the guts to really, really follow through? Because I think a perfect world would be the superintendent makes the rule and says, in all of our schools, we're not doing cell phones. Because what that does is you keep that, the power to make that decision is still in house, where I think it should be. It's still in house. And what I like that it does, it gives the parents, if you want to complain, you can complain to that person right there, lives in your community. You have the ability to fire off an email and go to a board meeting and have your say. So I like that better, um, because that really sends the message to teachers and administrators that yes, we're serious about this. That's a directive from the superintendent whom you report to. So let's go ahead and follow through this. But if that superintendent is weak in the knees, then you can bet that your principals and assistant principals, they're also going to be weak in the knees as well. So that's why I like that better. Because here, to my point, last time the admin attempted a rule change, it was less than a week before the rule changed back to the teacher's problem. Thus, the rule went out the door and nothing changed. And that is just that's so damaging when that happens. And that's why I stress that message here that teachers or leaders, often there are problems that need to be solved, and ideally administration would step in and solve those problems. But administration, there are times when they just don't have the answers. And so that's why we have to have the mindset that teachers are leaders in terms of leading our students to success in the classroom, but also solving, also helping to uh, solve some of these problems that administration they just can't solve. Not to say that you're an administrator of the building, but within your four walls of the classroom, how do you use your leadership skills in order to compel students to ignore their phone and stay locked in to what you're doing? It takes leadership, not management, in order to effectively do that. Now, of course, if what you're doing is not working, you need the backing of administration to help you so that you can maintain order and whatnot in your classroom. But this is a all too familiar story here. Thus, the rule went out the door and nothing changed, and that's just so damaging for administration. I've seen that many times, and it's not good. It's not good. And I want to point out this comment here. I mean, this person gets, you know, again, this is the original poster here. Just admin is key. Um, and right here, this person says, no college 5409 says this will be good as long as it's enforced by all teachers and administrators, because definitely you're going to have those teachers who they're going to take a look around and they're going to be weak in the knees, and they're not going to want to cause waves with their students in the classroom. And it's easier for them, and perhaps they need some development in that area. And if they fold, well, then of course that's going to make things difficult for other teachers, because they're going to say, well, Miss So and So allows us to use our phone. So yeah, that's the other thing that you have to watch out for. And administration, because administration in that scenario is going to have a conversation with that teacher about not following the rules as it relates to phones. So that's the situation there, and we'll see. Administration has got to step in and follow through on the consequences, and so we'll see as these laws are actually enacted, because there's a little bit of delay before these laws go into effect. As you see with this state, it's going to be January 1st of 26. So we'll see. We'll see. And for those of you out there, if you are in a state that has these laws on the book, I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think it's best that the solving the cell phone problem come from the state legislature, or do you think it's best if the problem is handled within the district? I want to hear from you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next update.